Hello and welcome to a fresh new episode of Science Monitor, our weekly update on all that is happening in the field of science and technology in and around the country. From the high-level BRICS ministerial meeting to the theme of this year's World Food Day and the contributions of Nobel laureates of 2016, we have many exciting stories in store for you today. But before we step into the details, let's take a look at the headlines first. Fourth ministerial meeting of BRICS Science, Technology and Innovation successful in Jaipur. Commercial launch of GM mustard, state court orders public opinion. Changing climate and change in agriculture, the special theme of World Food Day. And in our In Focus segment today, we will discuss about the contributions of Nobel Prize winners this year. And now the news in detail. Following the first BRICS Young Scientists Conclave in Bangalore, the fourth Science, Technology and Innovation Ministerial meeting was conducted on 8th of October at Jaipur. The meeting was aimed at strengthening the scientific collaboration between the BRICS nations. The meeting was chaired by Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Aishwarya, who discussed various issues besides highlighting India's achievements in science and technology.
The nation is all set to fuel the scientific activities of the BRICS nation. Immediately following the first BRICS Young Scientists Conclave in Bangalore, the fourth Science, Technology and Innovation Ministerial meeting was conducted in Jaipur recently. The meeting, which aimed at strengthening the collaboration between the BRICS nations, was held on 6th to 8th October. Welcoming the delegates, Dr. Aishwarya described the five-pronged approach being adopted to improve BRICS cooperation. The new strategy involves building, implementation, integration, innovation and continuity.
I can tell you with a lot of satisfaction and pleasure that the progress that has been made in the science and technology area with mutual cooperation and implementation of the various plans has been extraordinarily satisfying.
The Jaipur Declaration was unanimously adopted by all the BRICS countries. The members have resolved to intensify, diversify and institutionalize scientific and technological cooperation through the BRICS Research and Innovation Initiative. According to reports till date, India's chairmanship has facilitated significant progress in many fields including photonics, material science and nanotechnology, biotechnology and biomedical sciences, energy, geospatial technology, astronomy, prevention and mitigation of natural disaster, water and solid-state lighting. In order to harness the innovativeness of the youth, India's proposal to establish a BRICS Science and Technology-driven entrepreneurship and innovation partnership program was also ratified by all the member countries.
In a dramatic turn of events, the Supreme Court of India has stayed the commercial launch of the newly developed genetically modified mustard in the country. The stay on Dhara Mustard Hybrid 11 or DMH11 comes after a petition that alleges that GM crops to be harmful for the environment and human health. What is interesting is, while the researchers of Delhi University behind the development of the GM mustard claim that the hybrid crop is completely safe, the court has ordered seeking a public opinion before the introduction of DMH11.
The debate on genetically modified crops has been an ongoing controversy for a while now. The latest in this episode is the ban on the DMH11 developed by the researchers of Delhi University. Despite the government technical clearance on the GM mustard, Supreme Court has stayed the launch of GM mustard in the country. Campaigner Aruna Rodriguez has alleged that the new herbicide-tolerant GM mustard might cause irremediable and irreversible damage to human health and environment. According to petitioners, DMH11 contains the bar gene from bacteria that confers herbicide tolerance, making the plants resistant to a class of weedicide containing glufosinate. Glufosinate is alleged to be toxic and makes farmers dependent on certain brands of crop chemicals.
सिर्फ दो चीज़ों का ध्यान होना चाहिए कि ये कुछ टॉक्सिक एलर्जेनिक फूड चेन में ना जाए, और दूसरी बात रिसोर्स फ्रूगैलिटी, पानी और ना यूज़ करें, खाद और ना डालें, उसका इस्तेमाल ठीक ठाक करें और केमिकल पेस्टिसाइड से बचकर बायोलॉजिकल समाधान करें.
The stay comes at a time when the GM mustard was inching towards a possible commercial launch, as the government committee had cleared the seeds to be safe for food, feed and environment. While it was alleged that Centre was sowing the seeds on various fields and without releasing the biosafety dossier, the GM crop team has refuted the allegations. Following the stay, the Supreme Court has asked the Centre to take public opinion on such seeds before releasing them for cultivation.
Changing climate has a direct and dreadful impact on agriculture, thus affecting food security. Hence, it is crucial that with the changing climatic patterns, we make necessary changes in agricultural practices to increase the yield and save the crops. Now, this was the theme of the World Food Day 2016, while the theme aims to encourage awareness about crop protection and effective use of natural resources.
As the world population rises across the world, so does the demand for food. Hunger deaths have become common around the world, and according to the Global Hunger Index 2015, food security is a persistent and critical issue in many nations, among which India holds the 25th position. According to another report, by 2050, the world population is predicted to be around 9.6 billion, and addressing the food and nutritional needs of this humongous population will be one of the greatest challenges. On the other hand, increasing temperature, heavy rains, drought, and other changes in the climate has not only affected agriculture, but also other means of food production, like rearing cattle and fisheries. Under these circumstances, it becomes necessary to make certain changes in agriculture which will help crops sustain climatic changes and ensure food security. Along these lines is the World Food Day to be celebrated on 16th October. The Food Day this year is themed "Climate is Changing, Food and Agriculture Must Too." As a major transformative step in agriculture, we need to adopt methods which will yield more in less space and facilitate more sustainable use of natural resources. This is possible only through creation of awareness among farmers regarding sustainable agriculture. Another plaguing issue of today is large-scale wastage of food, which needs to be addressed at the earliest. From harvest to the market, food grains are wasted at every level. Reducing this wastage can play a huge role in ensuring food security. Also, certain small steps like cooking only necessary quantities of food and reusing excess food along with maintaining the environmental balance can go a long way in ensuring food security.
Well, time to take a very short break here. Up next, we have more science news. Keep watching Science Monitor. Welcome back. After the break, you're watching Science Monitor. Let us now have a look at some important science and technology activities happening in India and abroad in our next segment, Science Express.
Celebrating the World Space Week, ISRO on 8th October organized an exhibition in Visakhapatnam city. World Space Week is celebrated globally every year from October 4 to October 10.
Basic purpose is the real use of space for the mankind is not fully understood by the common man. It is not spread across the world. For this purpose, United Nations has declared that 4th to 10th October will be World Space Week and all the nations should celebrate.
The exhibition, comprising several innovative demonstrations and various missions of ISRO and societal applications of Indian space program, was attended by students from various schools. The exhibition focused on teaching students and public about the importance of space science. The prestigious NASI SOPUS Young Scientist Award in the area of chemistry for 2016 has been awarded to Dr. Rajneesh Kumar, senior scientist from National Chemical Laboratory, Pune. Dr. Kumar was given the award for his outstanding work on developing technology and methods to recover methane trapped in natural gas hydrates. The award, given to encourage young researchers by National Academy of Sciences in collaboration with Elsevier, comprise a memento, a certificate and a prize of Rs 75,000. The researchers at the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics have found that Proxima Centauri, the closest star to our solar system, undergoes a cycle of sunspots like our Sun. Researchers also say that Proxima b, the exoplanet rotating around Proxima Centauri and predicted to be habitable like Earth, may be covered by a single liquid ocean and might have a thin, gassy atmosphere. Computer simulations suggest that the amount of water on the surface of Proxima b may be somewhere near the Earth. Healing wounds would have been made easy as researchers at NASA have developed special electroactive bandages. The specially designed bandage, whose fibers are made of electroactive material called polyvinylidene fluoride, are stimulated by the heat of the body and the pressure of cell growth, and creates an electric charge to help promote the healing process of wounds.
If you look at this material, it's in the form of a gauze, like a bandage. Not only is it protecting your wound to reduce infection, it's also helping you accelerate your healing process. We think that this is a technology that, although it was developed for aerospace applications, might have huge societal impact.
The bandage also minimizes infection and related complications such as illness or amputation. In an amazing new discovery, a team of scientists from the Academy of Natural Sciences of Drexel University, Delaware Valley University, Stanford University, and the University of Chicago has identified a new species of extinct armored fish. The giant fish that has been identified from fossils unearthed more than 15 years ago measures 5.5 feet long. The fish belongs to the group of Antiarchae, which are extinct fishes characterized by an external bony armored plates covering their heads, shoulders and front fins. The newly discovered fish species was named Botryolepis rex.
Nobel Prize for Outstanding Contribution to various fields, including science, have been announced for the year 2016. In the field of science and technology, comprising medicine, chemistry and physics, 7 researchers have been selected this year. While the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine 2016 was awarded to Yoshinori Osumi for his discoveries relating to a biological process called autophagy, the Nobel Prize for Chemistry was awarded jointly to 3 researchers for the design and synthesis of molecular machines. And the Nobel Prize in Physics was awarded to 3 researchers for discoveries pertaining to phase transitions. So what are these discoveries and how will they change the world as we know it? Well, this will be the topic of our discussion in our next segment, In Focus.
The long wait for the most prestigious awards in science is over. The Nobel Prize for Sciences for the year 2016 have been declared. As always, the Nobel this year recognized the outstanding work of researchers working in the 3 major scientific areas. Firstly, the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine 2016 was awarded to the Japan-born scientist Yoshinori Ohsumi for his discoveries of mechanisms of autophagy.
ノーベル賞、私は、少年時代にはまさしく夢だったように記憶しておりますが、実際に研究生活に入ってからは、ノーベル賞は私の全く意識の外にありました。
Auto means self and phagy means eating. Hence, autophagy literally translates to self-eating. Autophagy is a crucial mechanism in all biological systems. Autophagy involves natural, regulated mechanism of the cell that destroys unnecessary or dysfunctional components and old cells. The special recycling organelle involved in the process is called lysosome, which is filled with an enzyme called lysozyme. During the process of autophagy, the damaged materials are transported to the lysosomes where they are degraded by the lysozyme. Yoshinori Ohsumi undertook the studies on autophagy during the 1990s and deciphered the mechanism in yeast cells. He also discovered the genes involved in yeast autophagy and showed that similar self-eating mechanisms occur inside human cells. His discoveries led to a new understanding of how the cell recycles its contents. Secondly, the Nobel Prize in Chemistry 2016 was awarded jointly to Jean-Pierre Sauvage, Sir J. Fraser Stoddart and Bernard L. Feringa for the design and synthesis of molecular machines.
My work, along with that of Jean-Pierre Sauvage, has been to find ways of making a new bond in chemistry called the mechanical bond. And this new bond in chemistry, now almost 25 years old, but in chemical terms very new, is more of a physical bond than a chemical bond. And it allows component parts of molecules to move with respect to each other. So either 2 rings moving with respect to each other, or a ring moving along a long rod section of a dumbbell type component. And this forms the basis for the construction of very small sub-nanometer, very, very small molecular machines.
Molecular machines, also known as nanomachines, are interesting inventions that mimic the functions of larger systems at molecular level. Essentially, the systems consist of a complex combination of molecules that produce mechanical movements in response to an external stimulus. Some of the common molecular devices include molecular motors, molecular propellers, molecular switches, etc. Thirdly, the Nobel Prize in Physics 2016 was divided, with one half awarded to David J. Thouless, the other half jointly to F. Duncan M. Haldane and J. Michael Kosterlitz for theoretical discoveries of topological phase transitions and topological phases of matter. Phase transition, in simple words, refers to the changes in states of matter between solid, liquid and gaseous, while topology refers to a branch of mathematics that describes the changing properties that occur stepwise. The studies led to the new understanding that beyond the commonly known solid, liquid and gaseous states, matter can exist in different and strange states. The team analyzed ultra-thin materials with 2 and 1 dimensions and using mathematics examined the unusual states of matter. This includes superfluids, which are substances that behave like liquids but have zero viscosity or resistance to flow, vortexes that continue to spin without slowing down forever, etc. Needless to say, the studies by the Nobel laureates have furthered the scientific knowledge to an unprecedented level.
Well, that is all for this episode of Science Monitor. Do tell us how you like our program. Well, you can send your feedback and suggestions. Our email ID is news@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write into us at Vigyan Prasar C24, Qutub Institutional Area, New Delhi 110016. Well, that is all for today. We'll be back with fresh news stories on science and technology again next week. Till then, stay tuned to Rajya Sabha TV and think scientific all the time. Thanks for watching.